Today, I want to go over a very important topic after the last year and a half. How NIL has impacted professional sports. Athletes have more choices now than ever on monetizing their sports career and or business, and it has ripple effect into mainstream sports. So to start off, why don't you tackle that subscribe button, give us a like, and hit that like button while you're at it.
Mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the gas, you can see.
Over the course of this episode, I'll highlight the ins and outs of NIL deals, why athletes have more financial gain staying in collegiate sports longer, an overview of working with agents, and how pro teams should choose athletes for NIL deals, and lastly, some NIL partnerships used to grow fan bases. I'd love to answer any of your questions in regards to the above throughout this episode, so why don't you leave a comment below or DM us on Instagram. So let's start off by talking about the ins and outs of NIL deals. For more on name, image, and likeness, hit this video up above. But in short, for name, image, and likeness, NIL refers to how college athletes can monetize their person and athletic career. To use an athlete's NIL simply means that a company or brand implements an athlete's name, image, and likeness through its marketing and advertising efforts. This ability has only been approved since 2021, but has become an essential part of student athletes and significantly contributes to the future of sports. This change in NCAA sports may be the most significant change we've ever seen in our lifetime. Earlier generations of athletes were not allowed to be incentivized because they were considered amateurs in all sports regardless of their sporting achievements. Though a huge win for sports and college in general, and soon high school athletes, there are still a lot of murky waters to navigate with regards to what is compliant and allowed and what is not. Financial gain from staying in collegiate sports longer. Perhaps one of the most major impacts NIL has had on professional sports and leagues is the college athletes' decision to remain in college and the timeline they choose to advance their collegiate careers. Gone are the days of hoping to jump straight into professional contracts midway through their third or fourth academics, with NIL deals ranging from consumer goods to services and sponsorships. Many college athletes will find that they make more money from their NIL deals and will be hesitant to give that up for short-term or non-guaranteed professional contracts. What's more is athletes are putting greater focus on the colleges that will be a good fit for both their academic and athletic longevity rather than choosing a school simply for draft potential. With the competition so much greater in pro sports, many college athletes are finding financial success along with their peers and are able to ride their college years to full duration, getting paid along the way. This factor greatly stretches the timeline that pro teams can expect new recruits, and it has an impact on how long pro athletes also can maintain their roles and positions. Loving this content so far? Again, don't forget to tackle that subscribe button, give us a like, and subscribe. So how do you know who to work with agent-wise? Because there's so many different kinds of agents out there. Working with agents remains to be a tricky spot. Until recently, sports agents have had firm boundaries as to how they can and can't approach or entice collegiate athletes. Implementing NIL has created some contradictions. Due to confusing and conflicting federal statuses, the Uniform Athlete Agents Act and the Sports Agent Responsibility and Trust Act, agents are supposed to wait until contacted by student athletes who have potential professional contacts through several states, as well as NBA, NFL, have secured legislation to change that. New rules for the agents surrounding NIL are being secured regularly. Although there are many misunderstandings and a lot of ongoing change on this matter, it remains somewhat true, at least for now, that agents shouldn't have discussions or agreements about future representations with athletes moving into pro sports. So how are pro teams choosing athletes for NIL deals? Pro teams are paying a lot of attention to NIL, as well as perhaps not how you think. Pro teams are looking for ways to capitalize on cross promotions. Strong social media followings, positive and on-brand posts, and high engagement rates could bring attention from a high-profile sport to a low-profile one. The case of Florida Panthers hockey choosing Miami QB De'Aaron King is a good example, because so many people follow King and are engaged with his Miami football career. The thought is that the energy will spill over into the Panthers hockey space. Pro teams can maximize breaking into different markets when utilizing the right players. So what are the types of NIL partnerships that can grow fan bases? Athletes like University of GA's gymnast Rachel Bowman secured a NIL deal with the Atlanta Braves as a way to breathe fresh life and new audience attention into the MLB franchise. Though not a baseball player, having her represent baseball to her online following has proved to be an advantage for the Braves organization. Her enthusiasm for the team and her promotion of it is seen as a way to expand the attending fan base into the collegiate demographic. You won't likely see pro teams giving NIL deals to the same sport athletes due to a conflict of interest. The MLB reportedly told their teams not to sign baseball players out of fear that athletes may refuse contracts from competing teams, but the official rules on this remain to be vague. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed learning about the impact NIL has had on professional sports organizations and businesses. You can use this information towards the marketing strategy for either your business or your athlete business. Again, don't forget to tackle that subscribe button and give us a like. It really helps out the channel. Now this is Zach with Creative, where business is our sport.